Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Section 6.4, Absolute Value Lesson. Pause while you write Section 6.4 lesson in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective, find absolute values of rational numbers in your math notebook. Today we'll be starting on page 270 in your textbook. Example 1, finding absolute value. Letter A, we're going to find the absolute value of 3. Since the absolute value is the distance between 0 and the number on a number line, we look at our number line and we find 0 and we see how far we have to go to get to the number. So the distance between 3 and 0 is 3. So we graph 3 on the number line. It's right here. And the distance between 3 and 0 is 3 units. So the absolute value of 3 equals 3. So remember, these straight lines mean absolute value. Find the absolute value of negative 2.5. So we graph negative 2.5 on a number line, and we find how far it is from negative 2.5 to 0. And since we have to go 2.5 units to get back to 0, then the absolute value of negative 2.5 is 2.5. Moving on to page 271 and example 2, comparing values. Compare 2 and the absolute value of negative 5. So we graph 2 on a number line, and we graph the absolute value of negative 5 on a number line. So the absolute value of negative 5 equals 5. So when we graph that, it graphs like a positive 5. So 2 is to the left of the absolute value of negative 5. So 2 is less than the absolute value of negative 5. Let's take a look at example 3, a real-life application. The table shows the elevations of several animals. Which animal is the deepest? Explain. So we're going to graph each elevation, and usually when we do elevations we use a vertical number line. The lowest elevation represents the animal that is the deepest. The integer that is lowest on the number line is negative 65. That's the shrimp. So the seagull is the highest at 56, the sea lion is 5, the shark is negative 4, and the turtle is at negative 2. So the shrimp is the deepest. Letter B, is the shark or the sea lion closer to sea level? So the shark is at negative 4, and the sea lion is at 5. Because sea level is at 0 feet, we use absolute values. The shark's absolute value of negative 4 equals 4. The sea lion's absolute value of 5 equals 5. Because 4 is less than 5, the shark is closer to sea level than the sea lion. Your assignment for this lesson is to complete on your own problems 1 through 11 below. They are also found on pages 270 to 271 of your textbook. Be sure to show your work and be prepared to share during our next class. Please remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you must complete your exit slip, come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed. Be prepared with any questions you have for the teacher, and always have a good attitude. We'll see you next time in class.